If a defendant is found not guilty by the magistrate, jury, or judge, they will be acquitted and free to go. If the defendant pleads guilty or is found guilty by the judge or jury, they are convicted and the judge will pass the sentence. In that case, his reaction may be shocking. So this video, we are going to show you the most incredible moments in court. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Michael Ray. You might think that when appearing before a judge, it's generally best to be respectful and say as little as possible. One Kentucky inmate learned that lesson the hard way when a routine court appearance descended into farce thanks to his brash behavior, which netted him an additional 6 charges. Michael Ray, 36, appeared in Jefferson County Court for a bond hearing relating to 4 criminal charges, including terroristic threatening and assault in the 2nd degree.
Sir, I'm holding you in contempt for what you did.
What you're holding me in?
And so,
You shut man.
all right, you can take him back 100 days to serve.
The routine proceeding starts normally enough, but things go off the rails after the prosecutor requests a $25,000 bond and Ray laughs out loud. You think that's funny. The judge is her asking Ray as cameras in the courtroom are rolling. But incredibly, Ray wasn't quite finished with his angry outburst. As he was being led away, he decided to reiterate his physical threat to the judge. That was enough for the judge to tack another terroristic threatening charge, bringing his total number of outstanding criminal charges to 10, more than double the amount he started the hearing with. Alan McCarty. A Daytona Beach man has been sentenced to 20 years in prison for threatening to kill a judge he believed ruled against him in his custody case.
Second time I'm gonna duct tape.
I'm going to tell you, you just threatened my life to duct tape. Did everybody just hear that? You just threatened to duct tape.
The Daytona Beach News-Journal reports 36-year-old Alan McCarty spent much of the hearing in an adjacent room with a speaker and one-way glass, just like he did during his trial, after unleashing a fresh stream of obscenities at the judge, the prosecutor, and even his own public defender. McCarty was convicted of threatening to kill Circuit Judge Stasia Warren last year when he mistakenly blamed her for taking his kids away in a custody case. A prosecutor's statement says the 20-year sentence will give McCarty ample time to reflect on the seriousness of his threats against the judicial system. Before we move on, support us by hitting subscribe and the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. Now let's get back to our topic. Danta Wright. Danta Wright, the man accused of killing an Ann Arbor teen during a robbery, is expected to be sentenced. The family of the victim, 18-year-old Jordan Klee, is also expected to speak. Klee was supposed to be attending class at Pioneer High School the day he was found shot and killed in October of 2016. Wright admitted he and 2 other friends were trying to rob the 18-year-old at gunpoint at a hearing in June.
Count 6, the felony firearm, and an added count 7 of murder in the 2nd degree under Pact Code 750.317.
During the hearing, Wright stood casually in court, answering questions and remaining calm after learning he now faces 23 to 50 years in prison for armed robbery and murder, plus another 2 years for felony firearm. The other 2 people charged in this case have also pleaded guilty to their roles. Delreno Gracie and Jermarius Ellison are scheduled to be sentenced in September. Brendan Wisinski. An Albuquerque teen arrested for impersonating a sheriff's deputy was in court on July 8 for violating his probation sentence. Back in September, an Albuquerque Police Department officer saw 18-year-old Brendan Wisinski on 4th Street near I-40 pulling over a driver that he claimed had been speeding. He told the officer he worked for the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office, but quickly dropped the act. In March, Judge Sandra Engel sentenced him to a year of probation, but now he's back in court after he failed to report to his probation officer. At this point, Your Honor, I am asking that the defendant be sanctioned in custody for 10 days and his probation be reinstated with 0 tolerance for further violations, said Annette Keith, Wisinski's probation officer. Hearing the 3 violations, including not getting a psych exam, providing a false address, and missing a scheduled meeting, Judge Sandra Engel was not happy. She ordered Wisinski to get a new psych evaluation in the next 2 weeks, then asked him if that was possible. He replied, "I can try the best I can, Your Honor. I mean, honestly, I have a lot going on right now, and it's stressful, but I will try my hardest to get it done." The judge again was not pleased with his response and said, "Okay, so just to let you know, we all have a lot going on, and it's very stressful, but this is, and it's very important, and I'm not going to give you longer than that." If Wisinski does not get the evaluation done in the next 2 weeks, Judge Engel said jail time would be on the table. She also increased his supervision, requiring weekly phone calls with his probation officer. Judge Engel said he could face a year behind bars if he violates his probation. Monica Contreras. A young mom claims she was groped by a court officer, but she's the one who ended up in handcuffs. She was hauled off to a cell as the judge literally looked the other way. The case was just exposed by Las Vegas station KLAS-TV's investigative reporter Nathan Baca. Monica Contreras was in family court for what she thought was going to be a routine divorce hearing. Out of the blue, Monica said a court officer asked her to step into another room to be searched. Back in the courtroom, she told the judge what happened.
Witness, you asked me to lift my shirt without a witness.
She said, "I think I'd rather have a female in here." And he went, "Anyway, I was just offended by it. I was offended that he asked me to do that." Then an incredible scene takes place. After Monica told the judge what happened behind closed doors, the court officer who allegedly groped her had her put in handcuffs by another court officer right in open court. The officer said, "Ok, so the story stands? Handcuff her." Monica couldn't believe what was happening to her. She said, "For what, sir?" "Ok, it was. Why would I be arrested? Can you please tell me?"
Can I just have you pull up your shirt and show me that there's no drugs in there? It's like, I really don't think that's a good idea.
The officer ordered, "Turn around, put your hands behind your back." Monica tried to stop the unfolding nightmare. Then Monica was told she'll be let go if she recants. She agreed. Pushing her stroller, she approached the microphone. "But she can't do it," she said. "He asked me to lift up my shirt without a witness. You asked me to lift my shirt without a witness." Monica pleaded with the judge, Patricia Doninger, but the judge ignored her. She was too busy playing with Monica's 2-year-old daughter. Monica said, "How could you do this to me? How could you watch it? How could you watch?" Even a little girl tries to come to mommy's rescue. Her daughter said, "Sir, don't take mama." Monica kissed her daughter and was handcuffed and given a citation for resisting arrest. In an interview with KLAS-TV, she asked that her face be blurred. She said, "I just hope I did the right thing by telling Internal Affairs." The court officer denies any wrongdoing and is suing county officials for wrongful termination. Calvin Lloyd Griffith. A man accused of stealing a car from a South Florida high school's parking lot decided to show off his twerking skills during his court appearance.
Be in here anyway, because I smoke weed and cocaine. So
Surveillance video from Miami Edison Senior High School captured Calvin Lloyd Griffith, 30, walking through the building, taking an employee's keys, and then stealing the Volkswagen Passat from the parking lot of the school, according to a Miami-Dade police arrest report. Griffith was arrested on charges of grand theft, burglary, and trespassing. He made his first court appearance before Miami-Dade Judge Catherine Pooler. "My mom's here," Griffith exclaimed as he was brought into court. As he continued to speak, his microphone was turned off. In order to get the judge's attention, Griffith began twerking. "He's got problems," an unamused Pooler said. Griffith's mother was in court with a bag of prescription medications for her son. He apparently suffers from mental illness and was off his medications. Griffith, who was already on probation for similar charges, was given an $18,000 bond but was ordered held until his next court appearance. He was also ordered to stay away from Miami Edison Senior High. "Do not go back there. You're not a student anymore," Pooler warned. So that's it. Please like, share, and comment with your thoughts below if you like this video. Remember to subscribe to see our next video. Stay safe, and we will be back soon with another video.